Hi everyone. So the new moon in Libra will be taking place on Saturday, September 25th. It'll be exact at 5:53 p.m. Eastern Time. So I wanted to check in and do a collective reading for my woo homies to see what we should keep in mind for these upcoming next couple weeks. But before we begin, my name is Sydney. I'm the tarot guy next door, and I want more freedom and harmony in the world, which is why I do these readings for my woo homies. If you also want more freedom and harmony in the world, you are definitely on board. But even if you don't feel that matches your intentions, you're welcome to stay. Hopefully you'll find some value too. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting couple weeks after the new moon because we have like Mercury is going to station direct at some point and Venus will enter her home sign. So there's a lot of interesting things. As a matter of fact, except for Mars, all the personal planets are going to be in Libra at some point during Libra season, but we'll talk about that some more in the full moon tableau. Before I cut the deck, I just want to say I'm playing off the Libra season reading that I did the other day, which made it very clear that we have some emotional work to do. So the question I shuffled for this was, how can we most effectively do the emotional work we need to do? And of course, as our collective significator, the Queen of Cups was the obvious choice for that one. And as always, I have 3 oracle cards here that you are free to choose which one resonates with you the most. It could be one of them, it could be all 3 of them, anything in between. So let's get to it. So I will cut the deck and we'll see what lessons or guidance the tarot has for us. So the bottom of the deck appears to be the High Priestess. I say appears because it depends where the Queen of Cups is in this deck. Let me just find it. Oh, I should say the Emperor did flip over while I was shuffling. I couldn't recognize the Emperor because I'm not too familiar with this deck. No, that's the Queen of Pentacles. I want the Queen of Cups. Give me a second here. Where are you, Queenie? That's Temperance. Queen of Cups, there she is. So let me just lay out the rest of the tableau. So the bottom of the deck is definitely the High Priestess. Very interesting. All right. Let me organize these correctly. This is a mishmash. This should look good. Yeah, great. This should be as close to perfect as I can reasonably get. Oh yeah, so I will put the bottom of the deck here. I'm going to pause the recording and really absorb this and see what guidance I can offer you based off of these cards. I will see you right now. So before I give a summary of the reading, or at least to share the insights that I got, I will say it's looking like there's a lot of energy in these next couple weeks or so. It's not exactly the next couple weeks, but yeah, give or take. And also, naturally, a lot of emotion. This is a theme that also came up in the Libra season reading, but just statistics-wise, there are five cards out of 12 that are cups or water emotional cards. And there's also, out of 12, there are 5 major arcana cards. 1, 2, so the Hermit, Lovers, Justice, the Fool, the Sun. 6 out of 11 if we count the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. So there's a lot of energy here. But the two main phrases that I would say to summarize the message of this tableau is to focus on gratitude and to really tap into the things that you can be grateful for. And for some of us, this would be an opportune moment to reconnect with some old friends. What gave me that impression more staunchly was this line right here: Hermit, Queen of Cups, 10 of Cups. So through the isolation and building the inner wisdom of the hermit, following our own light, and channeling through the present moment and the present person that we are, leading to the ultimate happiness of the 10 of Cups. That was pretty obvious once I noticed that. And another thing to point out is that we have double queens here. So the Queen of Wands, which I also, once I decided what the question was, I did consider taking the Queen of Wands as a significator. So I do find it funny to see her being just below the surface under the Queen of Cups here. So basically the message is that although we might not be aware of how confident and bold we can be, that lesson will come soon, but through joy and finding, oh, by the way, reconnecting with old friends is also apparent in these two cards here. So we have the Lovers and the Sun here, but continuing to what I was about to say. So through the Queen of Wands, through the clarity and joy and carefree attitude of the Sun card, we can channel that into the King of Wands to really start marching forward in a major way, potentially. Well, actually, that the start marching forward in a major way is also reinforced by the Fool card that's right here. The Fool card, I would say, is the card that looks the least like the Rider-Waite-Smith version. But yes, this is the Fool. So yeah, I think that it's encouraging to see the Justice card in this position here, in the sense that it is something that we have to look forward to, but it is below the surface as well. So try to focus more on the emotional work, and through harmony we can bring old friends to the surface and take the next step with them. Like I said, it's a really opportune time to reconnect with old friends, but make sure that you do so from a place of love. I know that, well, actually, no. I forget what myth this is, but it's some dude saving some chick from the Hydra here. So, because I was about to give a caveat of violence, but this is really, fighting for the people that you care about. But, sorry, try to not put so much emphasis on the fighting and more on the caring for the people. Again, we have abundance right here, the Three of Cups, right over the Queen of Cups. This is a time for celebration, reinforcing further still the thing that I said, almost immediately after I unpaused the recording, which is, this is looking like a really good time to reconnect with old friends. As long as we do so, having learned the lessons that were hidden beneath the surface when we were on our own, and to bring them to the surface through love, then we can do that. So that's looking like, again, this might not be true for everyone watching this video, but it's such an obvious message that is in this reading that I, felt it worth giving some attention to. So as far as the emotional work that we have ahead of us for the next couple weeks or so, that is what I have. Don't worry so much on justice. Worry more on abundance, gratitude, and carefreeness. And maybe that can attract old friends to us. Although, given the last couple of years, I have the feeling that if you are interested in reaching out to old friends, that you might be the one who has to, you know, start typing at the keyboard on Messenger or whatever the fuck you use. So that is it for the tarot portion of the reading. Now comes the oracle card portion. I gotta say, actually, you know what? I'll flip over the cards and then I'll say what I was gonna say. So if you chose this card, your card is completion. I am a very thorough shuffler. People who watch these videos, a lot of my videos, have definitely seen this card come up. I am a very thorough shuffler, so it's kind of wild seeing this come up yet again. So this is I Ching hexagram number 63, and the keywords are final attainment, victory, a crescendo, a job well done, perfection, peak performance, and prudence. So for you, I would say the message is to focus, keep your eye on the prize, and also be mindful of how good a job you've done so far. This is looking like, I think the crescendo might be to gather the people around us that may have led astray to march towards the freer, more harmonious world that we're trying to build together. So that is that for you. For this card, your card is Juno, and the keyword is partnership. This further reinforces the message that is throughout this reading. I think that for you, the emotional work that we have to do, or that we are invited to do very, very strongly over these next couple weeks, can be through the mediation that comes with bouncing ideas back and forth with someone. This may or may not be someone like the old friend that I've been saying ad nauseum throughout this reading. This may not be this person, but for you in particular, if you chose this card, you might want to recruit some kind of partner to help you do you know, the emotional work that we have ahead of us. And for you, we have here and now. Well, this is pretty simple. Be mindful of the present. So, you know, we hear this in so many self-help books. Actually, I'm going to give you a nicer look at this card here. We see this in so many self-help books that, you know, being mindful of the present and bringing your consciousness to the present moment is one of the key things that you can do to be, you know, to step into your power, you know? So, and yeah, there's a past sign and a future sign right here. I mean, the name of the card was self-evident, but I wanted to show it to you first. Yeah. You can only come out of your shell in the present moment. If you're focused on the past or too focused on the future, you're missing the opportunity right now to really, I would say, just to elaborate on the coming out of your shell comment, that it might be coming out of your shell to yourself and to really take that look in the mirror, which can only be done to yourself. I think some of you needed to hear that. So yeah, I said it. I said what I said. And speaking of I said what I said, the comment that I wanted to make before turning these two cards, over the cards is these two cards in particular, when I was picking the oracle card from their respective decks, I did a straight line for this particular card in both of these cases. So yeah, it's kind of wild to see completion come out yet again, but the partnership of Juno fits like a hand in glove with the tarot reading that I gave. So on that note, I hope everything that I said resonated and was helpful. I hope that you capitalize on the opportunity to do the work in as much of a spirit of gratitude and abundance as you can gather for these next couple weeks. I guess I will see you at the full moon video, which will be coming at some point before that. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, it would really help me out if you gave it a thumbs up. I love you regardless, my woo homies. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon.